Gang, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. I have a great episode for you today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the bank stress test. We're also going to be talking about gold, Bitcoin, and we're also going to be talking about Nike layoffs. And at the same time, if you stick tuned, you're going to find out how, in this uncertainty, in this change, how there's massive profits to be made in all sectors, but especially real estate. Okay, especially real estate. So let's start off with uh, Bitcoin, guys, because it's pretty exciting news that you can now buy Bitcoin at your local 7-Eleven and CVS store, guys. You can now buy Bitcoin at your local 7-Eleven and CVS store, which is unbelievable because just a few years ago, people were laughing at Bitcoin. They think, hey, this thing is going to go to trash. But now you see big players come into play. Don't listen to where JP Morgan says, Diamond, whatever the CEO guy says, because they're behind, they're telling you, they're telling the world one thing, but behind everyone's back, they're creating their own blockchain. They're doing X and Y and Z. So listening to them is don't think for yourself. But I never listen to those guys because I know in the back they're trying to build everything as possible to catch up to Bitcoin because Bitcoin eliminates them. So the great news is today you can pick up Bitcoin at your local 7-Eleven. You can pick up Bitcoin at your local CVS. There's an app you have to download, and voila. Okay. The other amazing news that's a rumor but it was on Cointelegram that PayPal is soon going to be able to sell and hold cryptocurrencies, which PayPal is a huge company. They have over 500 million subscribers, and that's a big, big play, guys, because, if you have IT workers, if you have VAs all around the world, you want to be able to, like I do, send out money to them without going to Western Union where I have to pay 25%, fees or PayPal fees of 5%. Okay. So exciting times. Now, let's talk about gold and then we'll get into the real estate. Um, Gold today, if you take a look at it, it's going up. But if you look at the spot price today, you're looking at 1776, almost 1800 bucks. But if you go and want to go buy gold today at your local store, you're going to be paying almost 1900 bucks, 1883, somewhere around there, guys. Okay, even if you're going to order from some of these um, low margin online gold dealers, you're looking at almost $100 more. And this is where the decoupling, this is where the delusion, this is where the mask is being taken off of how rigged the system is, where the spot price, which is the paper price of gold, it's so much different than what you're going to actually pay for it. And it shouldn't be like that. They should be exactly the same or very, very close to it. Now that we talked about Bitcoin, now that we talked about gold, also let's talk about the 700 point plus bleeding that has happened in the stock market. And, a lot of retail investors, I saw on Facebook, they were running out there and they were buying these stocks that had tumbled 40% and more just a couple of months ago, from American Airlines to all the way down to Hertz and other companies. And very, very soon we're going to see massive haircuts for these individual retail buyers, because this is the time when the corporations are dumping on the civilians, on the people that don't have a better understanding how the market works, and they're cashing out. The insiders, the top insiders, cashed out before the shutdown of the economy, and the remaining ones are now dumping it like Hertz, where you know they're going filing bankruptcy, but they're still selling stocks, putting disclosure that's going to go to zero, and still people, retail buyers are buying that up. Okay, and I brought it to you weeks before it hit the CNN and NBCs because it's just totally wrong. Okay, so we're seeing massive swings in the stock market. Yes, we saw going back up, but I think that very, very, very soon we're going to pay the price in the stock market, but more importantly in the real estate, because like I said in my last video, 6 to 18 months we're going to see massive problems in the stock market because you're having, for example, they just had a bank stress test, right? In my opinion, they failed, but they're not disclosing that. They're not even disclosing the results of each of the banks. But the Fed did, a stress test, and of course they're going to fail because think about it. They just changed the rules and regulation where required banks to not even have a reserve. Okay, where before they had to have 1/10 of what a depositor put into a bank. Now they eliminated that. Of course, they don't have any money. Uh, and they're not going to pass a stress test. Of course, you know, they're not going to be able to pay dividends. Of course, the bankers have been buying their own stocks in the stock back program, and that's why they even go up. Of course, there's so much derivatives that covers all the money that any of these bankers have. And guess what? They're going to, for example, many of these banks are going to dilute their equities by doubling it and and reselling it and coming to the retail buyers and what they call rebuild capital, what basically means selling shit that ain't worth nothing to people that don't understand, so they can make more money, so they can pay the CEOs what they pay them and have the beautiful offices they do, even though the bankers don't render really any services because they don't even have to work for their money. They're being printed or digitalizing right into their computers by giving out more debt, money they don't even own, that guy. So it's pretty crazy times. If you guys have any questions, comment, leave it below. Click the like button. It helps out with the algorithm, helps out with the channel. I really appreciate it. Um, now we talked about the stock market. We talked about gold. We talked about Bitcoin. We talked about how the bankers are regulating themselves and stress testing themselves. It's kind of like the police regulating the police. We know what the outcome is of that is, guys. Which is police brutality everywhere, and none of them are reliable for it. So we're seeing the same kind of stress tests happening right now, but the information is not being disclosed. Same thing happening right now with all the money printing. They're giving it out to all these businesses, but they're not disclosing it to us who it is. But we are the ones that are going to pick up the tab. Our kids going to pick up the tab. But in midst of all this craziness, there's massive opportunities because our fellow coworkers and citizens are going to get slaughtered in this trap, right? Because their 401s are going to be in jeopardy, their pensions, their equities, their home values are all going to be in jeopardy, which is going to create the opportunity of what I call motivated sellers, aka distressed sellers. Okay, now there are two types of motivated sellers. There's going to be the emotional and the ones that are financial. But either way, there's going to be massive amount of motivated sellers in the real estate market. So if you ever wanted to become a real estate investor, in my opinion, not financial advice, this is the best time for me to be a real estate investor because the markets are coming down versus going up. Okay, I never like to get into the real estate business when the markets are going up. It's just too easy, right? There's too much competition. You buy and it goes up. Any fool can do it. But when the markets are coming down and everyone's running away, that's when the opportunities are there. Doesn't matter if you're looking for hotels, if you're looking for apartment buildings, if you're looking for single residential, like what I do. Um, in 2020, massive motivated sellers, massive motivated sellers, massive motivated sellers. And people ask me, well, Mike, how can I find these deals? Well, I have a couple of solutions for you. Number one, you can right now, if you're ready to find these motivated sellers, you can download my whole business in a box, right? It's called the Alchemy Stones. It's a 2 full day boot camp where I set up all the systems for you in automation like AI. So you get the deals while you're sleeping without ever picking up the phone. Okay, we create your traffic funnel. We show you exactly 13 ponds that you can go and find motivated sellers for free or almost for free, guys. You don't have to spend that much money to find these people. Okay, then we create you the funnels for the sales part, because a lot of people like myself hate doing sales. So we do the sales right in the funnel. We close the deals right in the funnels, and I give you all that information, guys. Okay, we set it up for you. Okay, um, in the course. So we create you your traffic, we create you your sales, we create you your follow-ups, because when these sellers say no, we have contingency plans that goes out there and creates and makes you be the expert in front of the seller, so they're willing to do business with you. So we're going to pre-sell them. So when they're calling you, all you got to do is be able to catch that ball, guys, and run with it into the end zone. So instead of you calling and you doing all the work, the system, technology, the funnel is going to do all the work for you, and everything's going to be pre-sold. When they call you, all you got to do is be ready to catch that ball, run to the end zone. Okay, that's called the alchemy stones. Normally it's $9,000, but I'm running a flash sale, okay, where you can get it for 89% off, which is $997. That's less than $1,000, guys. Okay, I only have 20. We already sold some, so don't wait around. Okay, that's the alchemy stones 2-day full day seminar. Plus, we give you over $5,000 of business tools that you need to implement in the alchemy stones, like professional sales copy and how to make sales email funnels and all that stuff. All the copy is given to you, so you save yourself a lot of money, so you don't have to go hire someone, or you don't have to do it, because I already have street tested sales copy. So we give all that information to you. Now, if you need more help, you want to work with me one-on-one for, let's say, a month, then my profit sharing is 3K for 1 month of coaching. I work with you one-on-one. After the month is over, if you want to stick around, it's just $119 a month. There's no contracts or anything like that. You can quit anytime you want to. You can stay as long as you want to, guys. Okay. Um, with the profit sharing, you're gonna have to split the profit off one deal with me. It's $3,000 for 1 month of coaching. After that, it's $119. The amazing news is on the profit sharing, I give you $9,500 of business tools, like what I call uh, your alchemy, the Alchemist Net, which is your seed funnel. Okay, all the way down to your offer letters, all the paperwork you need to give to the sellers, all your marketing materials, everything you need to have a business in a box ready to go, guys. Okay, that's profit sharing, 3K for 1 month of coaching. And if you're just starting and you're on a limited budget, then definitely get into my academy. It's just $47 a month. What you get with that is my best selling courses, plus monthly coaching, plus the Facebook group for just $47 a month, guys. You can find all this information at mrnofluff.com. I'll go ahead and take some of your questions. All right, man. What's going on, man? Scary market for the next 24 months. Scary rental market also with all the job loss. Pick your tenants wisely. Absolutely, absolutely, guys. I don't know how to say that, where it goes through people. More risk, more reward. Okay, and in times of change, and in times of uncertainty, and in times of all the scary stuff, that's where the massive opportunities are, because there's massive risk. And I don't like to buy real estate when the market is going up. So I at that time, I don't, because I've already incurred real estate like the last crash. At that time, I just focused on building businesses, okay, or just relaxing, okay. Now, when the market tanks, then I like to get into it, because so many people have so much fear, and they don't have certainty. We want certainty, you know what I mean? And that's why I like it. That's why I love being a real estate investor, because in times of price reductions, distressed sellers, motivated sellers. Now the only thing is, I gotta just go meet these individuals, and what I want to do is I want to help you get your deals to me. That's why I am having such a great, amazing deals, because I want to help you find these deals in your area. I don't care if you're in Las Vegas, you're in Colorado. I want to buy your deals, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I know if I can help you go out there and get your system set up, you might get a deal that I may want to buy from you, and I can build that relationship so I can get these deals, because 2020, 2019 moving forward is the best time to be a real estate investor, and I want to buy your deals. That's why I am basically dropping my pants and giving you guys the house for free, in a sense. Uh, in my products, like the Alchemy Stone that I sell for $9,000, you can get it for $997. The Academy, which you can get it for $47. Profit sharing, same thing, guys. Okay, and gals. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Click the like button, share this message. Meet you at MrNoFluff.com. Don't wait around. The best opportunities ever. And I know there's a lot of fear, but here's your options. The options are listen to your fear, like everyone else, or be willing to get punched in the face to be your dreams. And for me, I've always been, willing to take the punches to be my dreams. I can give you an example. Right out of college, all my friends were getting jobs. They were making 35 to 65,000. Some of them were IT guys, and back in the days, IT was like .com was just starting out, and they were paying big money for IT guys. So they were making 65. I'm here, want to be an entrepreneur. I don't got no money. I don't have no connections. I don't have shit. I got like $100, right? So I decided to just live in my car. It wasn't cool or glamorous or anything like that. I had to like buckle down. I had to buckle down and just cut all my expenses so I could put it all into my business, which is like at that time just having a website and marketing, because at that time hosting was so expensive, websites were so expensive, IT guys were so expensive, and so on. And before you know it, guys, I had my very first business, which was my moving company, Dr. Move, which I owned for 15 years, starting with $100, didn't borrow any money. But it went to show you that in hard times is where the money's at, because when I started my moving company, it was right before the meltdown. Like just a couple of years later, the meltdown had happened. So I got the taste of the boom, and then I got the taste of coming down. And people think that when it was coming down, business was bad. No, actually, business has actually grown more, because so many people were downsizing, so many people were selling their homes or losing their homes, and they had so much shit, and then they had to move to a storage facility. So actually business became better in a down market as a mover. And I started with $100, but my friends that got the jobs for $65, they maybe made 100K, where I was having multiple locations, multiple people working for me from that one sacrifice of living in my car. So many people here want to tell you just to stick your hand out, work on your credit, borrow money from a bank, but at the dojo, I teach you that creativity, sacrifice has more bang, gives you more freedom. Sure, it's not as easy as sticking your hand out and borrowing money. Sure, it's not as easy as being a recession investor like myself, or a depression investor like myself, running into the fire when everyone's trying to get out because there's uncertainty. But that's what I know in my heart of hearts, as an immigrant, as a refugee to America, the money is made in those times, guys. Okay. And the great thing with real estate is that even if you don't have any money, right, even if you don't have many money, there's strategies like wholesaling, where you find the deals, you bring it to me, and I pay you thousands of dollars for bringing me a subject to a deal. Okay, or other investors. If you have money, you have a business, for example, you own a moving company, construction business, a restaurant, so on, right? And you have money, say a couple $100,000 or 50,000, whatever, half a million, whatever it is. Instead of just buying houses for cash, you can use strategies like OPM, other people's mortgages, where there are so many motivated sellers out there, and some of those sellers have allowed me to just take over their payments, like the last crash. Okay, I've had teachers, I had firefighters, I had city workers, all types of shaping people that became motivated, and instead of ruin their credit, they just allowed me to step into their shoes and make their monthly payments. Why they give me the deed, why they give me the title of the property. So I was a rightful owner of it. And what I did at that time is I just rented the properties out, got monthly cash flow from it. Okay. Now, when I was buying these properties, was I scared? Absolutely, because prices were coming down and down, and man, it was a meltdown. Now they call it the Great Recession, but it was pretty scary stuff. But today, looking back on it, I'm like, man, I should have bought more, dude. I shouldn't have been scared. I shouldn't have been scared. But this time, I'm not gonna be scared, guys. I'm just gonna go as much as impossible because there was so many deals last time that I just let go from, like hotels, uh, commercial lots, lot of land. I mean, so many different things that I just kept being on my lane, which is sticking on single residential, which make this time I might, expand my horizons, but I still want to stick in the single residential homes because that's where my expertise is. But this time I'm going to be more flexible in the area too, because last time I was just in Texas, but this time I'm willing to buy in any other state, and that's why I'm lowering my prices in my courses, because I want to work with you to help you get deals, because when you win, I win, so it's a win-win situation, guys. Okay, let me take some comments. My man said his ideal tenant is a Section 8. Yeah, man. I mean, some people love Section 8. I just never rented to Section 8. It was just, I could get more money for my money in the fair market in the back crash. But some people love Section 8 tenants. I don't have anything against them. I just never rented Section 8 because, I had to jump through hoops to get the house to the way they wanted to. Even though my houses were beautiful homes, I just felt like it was too much work, and and I could just get renters in it ASAP versus Section 8. But yeah, Section 8 is a great idea. Airbnb, you know, short-term leases, owner financing the property out, because in this recession, more than likely what I'm going to do is, instead of being a landlord, I may have just a couple of properties as a landlord, but I'm going to buy the property and then quickly sell it through owner financing, where I become the bank now to someone else that can't get a loan. And instead of being a landlord, I'm going to be a note holder. Last time, I had my businesses going, so I had a great cash flow coming in, and and I wanted to get tax deductions, so it made a lot of sense being a landlord. But this time I don't have those businesses anymore, because as you guys been following me, you know that I give most of my stuff to the homeless. So doesn't make sense to hold on to the properties, because as you've been following me, you know that holding on to properties costs money, right? I got to pay the AC, I got to pay vacancy. Where if I turn around, buy the property OPM, and then I sell it just to a buyer that can't get a loan, I say I want 20 grand down. If my interest rate is 2% or 3%, I'm going to say I want 6% interest rate. I wrap it, I get the monthly cash flow, I get the big down payment. I become the bank, I hold the note. I don't have to deal with all the repairs and all the liability of owning a rental property. And and that buyer now is not a renter, which they're going to care for it more. They put a big chunk down, which means they have skin in the game, and they're more likely to make payments versus a renter, because a renter, they can lose their job, whatever. Now, if these buyer can also lose their job, but they put a big chunk down. And if they do lose their jobs and I have to foreclose, that's not a problem. I'll foreclose, take the property back, and redo it, guys. Okay. All right. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you go to MrNoFluff.com. Get into the Alchemy Stones. I'm not gonna let you down, guys. It's revolutionary. Okay. No one else has it. This is not some generic stuff. This is tailored to real estate investors, agents, and brokers. Okay, that's what the program is meant for. All the sales copy is meant for that, and we show you how to do data mining, which means that you can find any seller, find their emails, their social media, their phone numbers, their address, their cousin's address, their mama's address. We show you how to do advanced data mining. We show you how to set up all the traffic, all the follow-up, all the sales. So everything is done in automatic while you sleep, without picking up the phone, guys. All right, thanks so much for watching. Click the like button. See you later.